Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my shop, Michael s10 Shopping Garage. Hope everyone's having a great summer so far. Hope all the summer is going to be great. Okay. Excuse me. I found some 04 or 2004 Pontiac GTO suspension parts. Front struts, front struts, rear suspension springs, rear shocks, and link pins. But today's video is going to be the GTO rear springs in my 2008, or as I call it, 08 Pontiac G6 GT sedan. I've swapped out the springs. My springs are not bad on the car, but I want to swap them out. I've been told and read that they won't work. I found out different. So I'm going to show you what I found out. Okay, here's some information. Okay. And this is the order over the counter. And this is spec information here that I just did. Thickness of the coil and the difference. And of course my 08 Pontiac sedan. One more time. Okay. Now then, here is it doesn't make a difference which side. My 08 Pontiac G6 passenger rear coil spring. The same as the one I bought from a junkyard from the same year of a Chevy Malibu. Now for the G04 GTO spring. See, visually there is some difference. Now the way I see this, the GTO spring is easier to put in by far. But here's what I found out so far. We're done the driver's side. When the Malibu spring or my Pontiac spring compresses, once it's installed and ground level, that this compresses to the height of this, the way it sits or lays. And so far I cannot tell the difference in the ride so far. I will give you an update a little later when I get the car back together and take it for a spin with both springs in it, or the other one, which is this one. And in case you would decide to, that also gives you a little bit better load capacity, but just don't overdo it. I hold maybe at times 100 pounds in it, if that. Just because this spring it's a performance spring. It can probably hold a little more low capacity, but personally, as a disclaimer, I wouldn't do it. But that's me. I do this because I can do it. And I proved to myself the springs can be interchanged. There's some modification to be done, and here's what I'm going to show you on this. If you decide to do this, it's going to take some 1/16 inch rubber matting. Cut it to a strip that's going to fit. Some electric tape, pair of scissors, and how I measured the springs is with my vernier caliper. Now, give me a second. If I don't goof this up, roughly 10 inch. Like I said, I'm trying to do this two-handed, one-handed. Right at 10 inch. That's the GTO spring. Now, for the Malibu, yeah, bit of a difference. I'm trying. And my Pontiac is the same as the Malibu. Matter of fact, this is right there you are. With my hand being a lot steadier. Okay, I'm going to try this. If I don't knock everything over. So far, so good. Let me get this other one out of the way. On the floor, the back underneath the workbench. And here we are. Actually, this is a better comparisons. Yeah. Now, let's get into the measurement. Now, if I don't knock it over, looks like right at 4-inch difference. Okay, let's go get this on. I'll show you the modification that I had to do. Well, I wanted to do. The other modification I did was I had to modify the rubber cushion. This is one of the factory ones, the base plate of it, but this part here had to be small enough to fit inside this hole. Same for the top. Take some of that rubber matting or whatever you have and wrap it around, bring it up to about as even as you can. Stretch electric tape, of course, with the top grommet. Whoops, sorry. And make your own. Give me just a second. The hacksaw is what I used to cut the cone part off and this part off. And as you can see what I did, I'm going to redo the driver's side a little later. Sorry about the noise in the background, that's the traffic. Okay, as of yesterday, I have measured with the OEM rear springs at 29-ish, a little over. And we will see what it is when I get this lowered back down, and we shall see. Okay. You can see it's in. Okay, ready to torque it down to spec on the lower control arm and back together, and we'll give it a measurement. Okay, so you say I'm back. All right, looks good. I've opened up the two rear doors, bounced it a bit, seated it somewhat. Heard a creak, but nothing broke. All's good. We get ready to get a measurement. Let's see what we have. So let's take a look. And this is one-handed. Driveway up, easy on a paint job. Yeah, 28.5. Okay. Hold on a second. I remembered just minutes ago in the video, I said 29-ish inches, or 8.5. Well, I misread that. I apologize. So we're good. So I'll take it for a test drive here in a little bit, and I will bring you an update on this. So if you decide to do this, hope this helps. If not, you already know now on putting a Malibu spring in a G6 works. And I also learned that a lot of junkyards don't have these cars anymore. Apparently the junk them scrapped and crushed them all. I have called numerous junkyards. Nothing. Now, they may have some in now. I don't know. Look it up or look your local junkyards up and see what you have. But where I'm at, nothing. I even went back to get some other parts off that Malibu. They're already gone. So on that note, peace out. Stay safe. Have a blessed one. Keep the wrenches turning. Easy on the knuckles. And see you on the update. Have a great one, everyone. And thanks to all my subscribers and the views I'm getting.